Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I'm back today to plan in my Start Planner. It is the startplanner.com 1718 and yeah. So those of you who don't know, we've kind of had a really crazy fall, and so I did get a planning video up last week, but did I even get to my planners and plan? I did not. I got to this one, I got it decorated, and that was it. And I have to be honest, and there are weeks like that, guys. There are weeks that you're going through a family emergency and you don't touch your planner, or the first time you get back in your planner, you don't get it finished. So I just want to keep it real with you guys. Sorry, I'm going to move that out of the way. I just want to keep it real with you guys. There are days I get everything planned, and there are days I get nothing done. And you know, when you are in emergencies, you have to prioritize, and planners are a tool. They are a tool that help us be more organized, more functional, all of that. This next week, Lord willing, I'm going to try to take care of some of the business end of our loved one who passed, and had a wonderful phone call yesterday from a sweet family friend who is trying to encourage me in caregiving, no doubt, and then as well as helping with some of the financials, and I really appreciate that. So I recognized today, as I was actually taking a breath and enjoying a minute with my youngest daughter, and we made our pesto that I usually make in September. It's now November, so praise God we had warm enough weather to keep the basil alive out of my pots. And I literally have a patio full of, I'm sorry, basil. That's it. So I used to always grow tomatoes and peppers and sometimes onions and lettuce and all those things. And this year it was basil. And we had a humongous batch, a double batch this year. So I'm very thankful. And I'm thankful I'm going to be able to give some to my oldest daughter, who's been going through a really rough semester and really struggling health-wise too. And basil's so healthy for you, all that garlic, and I use walnuts and you know, olive oil and pesto, and did I say garlic? Yeah, lots of garlic. And then I do put Parmesan. I know I'm vegetarian, not vegan, and that's the hardest thing for me to transition into, is no cheese. So that's my only thing that keeps me from being a vegan, is cheese. So all right, guys. But anyway, so long story short, we got all that made today. I probably have pesto under my fingernails here that I'm looking down, and I made a massive thing of black olive and mushroom, tomato, you know, spaghetti sauce, all from, you know, blended all that up, the tomatoes and everything, and oh, it's just yummy. So we're going to take some to her family member who's been ill, and hopefully it'll taste good and she'll want to eat it. And then we'll be putting some up, because we literally make our pesto. We put it in individual containers for and we put it in the freezer. It lasts all year long. So yeah, and it is so good. We are so addicted. I've been doing this for probably, oh gosh, maybe 15 years, and maybe off and on in the early days, but then it became yearly in the last 12, 13 years. So probably 13. Anyways, long story short, it's good. We enjoy it. So, all right, guys. So we are going to finish up. This is the week of Thanksgiving. Today's Sunday, so I'm a day behind, but that's okay. And I'm going to finish up using these Darling stickers that are from the Target Dollar Spot. They were $1, and it is, like I said, Thanksgiving. I saved a turkey that'll go on Turkey Day, and just some other Darling little stickers and stamps and all kinds of goodies. So anyway, so here we go. I also have two of these Darling little, these were in the Christmas from Recollections. Yesterday I bought for $4.99, and I think there was 4 or 5. So it still falls into that dollar thing, plus I had a coupon, plus it was on sale. So it still still falls into that inexpensive planner planning. And even though this was meant for Christmas, hey, it can be fall. You know, that green and gold and, you know, navy and silver. I don't know. I just thought they were pretty, and I just thought I would give them a try. So I'm going to go ahead and just hop in here and start planning. So I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Ours has been a good weekend. It's been a weekend of a lot of decisions for me personally, and a lot of education, which is always good. You're able to make an informed decision, right? So, for those of you who don't know, we've had a lot of family tragedies, and I am the person that makes a lot of the decisions, medical and financial and all of that. And so I'm very thankful that even the financial person who called yesterday, it was a friend of the family member who passed away. He's also had a family member with Alzheimer's, and so he was sharing his experience and lessons he learned, and, and very gracious, not trying to say, listen to what I did. It was, can I share with you? And I was like, of course. I'm always willing to listen and learn, and thankful that somebody would take the time out of their busy schedule and call me on a Saturday. I mean, goodness gracious. And I am really, really thankful. This was an important person in that family member's life, and I appreciate him taking the time, and it meant a lot. And a lot of his advice was very, very good, and I needed that. There are times in our lives we need help. We need people who aren't in the chaos of the emergency to kind of step back in and say, hey, let's get balance here, and let me help you, and here are tools that I used, and things like that. And so this person was so gracious, and literally just offered me a wealth of information, ideas, etc. I mean, I needed somebody to step in and say, this is really good. This is, maybe not so good. So, and I needed some of those. And, because everybody wants to give you their opinion, but the opinions are the ones that don't have an investment, that it is really just genuine opinion or experience. And I have really been thankful for those that have been gracious enough to take the time and, that did know the family before and did know the desires and, the concerns and the struggles, and yet could still come in with a very sweet heart and say, here's what I learned, and hopefully this is going to help you, and hopefully this can give you a little bit of peace, and and those are the things that, those are just God's perfect timings, and so, long story short, it was just a really good day yesterday. It was a really hard day. It was a very gut-wrenching day, and I mean, none of this is easy, but the great thing is, God, I say this over and over, God doesn't leave us, He doesn't forsake us, and He sends us exactly what we need when we need it. And He did that for me. And He also helped me to put up, boundaries, and to know when something is dysfunctional, and it's okay for me to say, not right now, or no thank you, or all those things. All those things we want to say, but we usually don't say. And, yeah, I mean, I really, really appreciated the time that was invested in me yesterday by those who would have thought, and that's exactly their thought. I just wanted to check, but who would have thought? And so help comes in a variety of different ways. It comes from a variety of different people. It is a blessing. It is a gift. It is in God's timing. It is something that we learn from, that we take away knowledge, and hopefully find application in that blessing. And, I mean, is it the way and the timing I would have wanted? Well, I don't know. Yes, now, but before, I probably would have said, no, I want to know now, and, give me the information now, and I need help now, and you know what? It wasn't time. And that I'm happy with. I get that I am not the be-all, end-all of perfect timing. And I also get that there are those that want to help, and it's not what you need at the time. And it's okay to feel that way. I mean, that's what advice is. It's something that you can take, or, and I know you're going to say it before I say it, or you can leave it. And that is something that maybe, you know, I was feeling a lot of pressure. And there are those that they think they're helping and they're not. They're just not. And that's okay. They don't mean anything bad. They're just, they just aren't getting it. And that's okay. So anyway, so long story short, yesterday was a great day. It will remain a very memorable day for probably a long, long time for me. And a day that I feel like God taught me a lot. And let's just hope I remember it, right? So I don't have to relearn it. Not the way lessons work, you know. If we don't learn it the first time, we'll have to do it again. So, but my hope is that I won't. That my hope is that hopefully I learned the lesson and it'll be applicable. And it doesn't also mean that there won't be hard days. There will be. There just will be. And I'm okay with that. Because, see, I didn't write the story of my life. God did. And I'm okay with that. You know? I really, really am. And, yes, I'm like anybody else who wakes up and says, but I want it to work this way. I know not. I just don't know anything. So, you live, you learn. So I'm going to put this little turkey here, but, because it's Thanksgiving this Thursday. I think I'm put him up here. We don't eat turkey. We're vegetarian. I think, I said that a few minutes ago. And there's nothing wrong with eating turkey. It's just not our thing. I had some health issues, and my body just didn't like the processing of meat. So, my husband walked in one day and said, hey, how about we? And you know what? It worked really well, and I was very thankful. So, so I'm going to put that little turkey there, and we will have tofurkey, if that counts, for Thanksgiving. We got it the other day when we were out and about, and it's the only day of the year that we do that. But we do eat the occasional faux meats, just because every now and then you want to chew something, and it kind of reminds you of, once you have them, you don't, you're totally fine. You don't need anything else, but so, but I will put our little turkey with all the decorations there, and and just know that as all of y'all, and I will actually probably be cooking a turkey for our kids. I do it every year. I guess those that wonder, do we let our kids eat meat? Of course we do. And actually all of our kids are now adults or young adults, so they get to pick. But they also know when they come to mom and dad's that mommy's going to cook turkey or tofurkey, and they can have whatever they like. We are easy. So, anyways, but, I mean, it's just the way it is, right? Just what works for us. So, and they even had, I was really excited. I had been thinking this not too long ago that, I had wanted, like, I didn't eat pork for a long time. So I would eat, like, turkey ham and turkey bacon and things like that. And, so, because pork can be kind of hard to digest in your system and all, so with all my GI tract issues, I knew. So, anyways, long story short, I had been thinking here recently, gosh, I wish they would come out with a fake, ham. And sure enough, this year I called our local health store, and they were so sweet. They were like, we have one left. We'll put your name on it in the back. And I was like, oh, well, you don't have to, I can wait. And they were like, no, we'll save it for you. And they're so sweet to us. They hid it, and we got there, and we brought it home. And I told my husband, I said, I think that's kind of fun. I mean, we haven't had it in so many years, and it'll be fun to kind of have something like that. And when we were when I was in the hospital with our family member here recently, I kept trying to talk her into like a Denver omelet or anything that might sound good, and she didn't want it, but just having to read it off to her on the menu, because I normally don't even read those things, I was just like, wow, That sounds good. So anyways, it was God's perfect timing. We got to get a little bit of that. So anyways, but yeah. Oh, you know what I did? I started off doing the this and I got distracted. Oh well, no problem. Let me see. So let me go back and I'll go back in and put the washi in. I think I was just excited to get the stickers on. Do you ever feel like that? So anyways, so I have tofurkey and I have faux ham for Thanksgiving. And actually I'll probably save one for one day, tofurkey for, Thanksgiving, and then we'll have the faux ham for something else. And I know the first thing I want is we'll probably do like a beans and ham thing. And then I will take the leftovers and do the Denver omelet because I've had to read so many of those lately. So, ooh, I love this. Isn't this pretty? And I think I'm going to come short like I did up there this time. I don't know. Maybe because I'm just too lazy to move it again. But anyway, so. And, there's something that I wanted to say too. For those of you that are going through difficult times, I received a really heart-wrenching email early in the morning. The Lord woke me up early, and I think He woke me up to read this email and then go back to sleep, and, because it was in the wee hours of the morning, and I just haven't had sleep at all lately. And my husband was like, "You are going to rest today," and so am I. And I said, okay. I received this really heart-wrenching, email from a sweet, sweet friend, and who was also going through terrible, family emergency type situation. And the strain that it puts on you personally, your health, your family. I mean, I'm not exactly God's gift to anybody right now. I was even talking to one of the nurses today and saying, I think I put on makeup twice since our family member died. And it isn't because I don't want to. It's just that life starts so fast right now. And then you kind of feel bad about yourself, and you kind of feel frumpy, and, And I'm not saying you have to wear makeup to feel great. You don't. There's a lot of people who don't wear makeup, and they're gorgeous without it, and, all that kind of good stuff. And I'm just not kind of one of those people. And, but, I was listening to this, and I was going to say, to this email this morning and praying about it, and praying for this dear sweet friend, that joy does come in the morning when we think it is so dark. And yesterday I was sharing, when that song, "When I Think I'm Going Under, Lord, part the waters, Lord." When I think I'm going under, part the waters, Lord. And it was from a musical I did in church when I was probably in elementary school, in the church choir, the kids choir. And, I can still remember so many of those songs. And that was huge for me because I have felt that way lately. I have felt like the waters are just overtaking me, and sometimes you wonder, why am I here? Why did I live and these other people pass? And you wish so many times as you're with them and they're passing or they're in pain, you would wish you could just at least take the pain away from them, take it on and lighten their burden. And but it's a very overwhelming, no doubt, situation, and all the different things that it affects, and all the different parts of your life that it affects. Everything. From your schedule to your health to your family to your friendships. And this last week I had a friend who drove an hour just to eat lunch with me, and I mean, how nice was that? Actually, I think it was almost an hour and a half, because she was even further away that day. And she was like, "I'm coming," and I was just like, oh my goodness. And she had just come back from an international mission trip and had been home 2 days, literally had been flying 2 days prior. And I was just like, across the world. And I was just like, I don't know that you can do this. And she was like, "I'm coming." And I needed that. I mean, I just needed that blessing. And if you'd asked me the day before if I would be okay, yeah, I'll be fine. But it's those incredible people that God brings in our lives that build us up, that pray for us when we're in those terrible places. And so, my dear sweet friend, if you're listening to this today, just know I got your email. I've answered your email, and I'm praying for you. And joy does come in the morning, and God does have a plan, and He is going to provide a way. And He is there to carry our burdens. And even when our burdens feel like, even when we feel like we just can't take another step, not even another step, and I have definitely been there, He's there. He is there, my sweet friend. So I love you, and I'm praying for you. And I hope you're there hearing me. And that goes for any of y'all that are listening. If you're going through difficult times, please just know our God is a gracious and mighty God, and He has a plan. And in all things, we give thanks. So even on Thanksgiving, even day to day, we give thanks. So, okay, guys, I am finished. I'm keeping this simple. I probably spent, I don't know, 25 cents worth of decorations here, literally between the washi and the stickers. You can see I have so many stickers left. And, yeah. So I'm good to go. I've got lots of goodies still left, and I will probably keep that for next year or give it to a children's program. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. So, all right, guys. So here we are. Here is Saturday yesterday. Today is Sunday. And then here is my list for my groceries. And my husband went and got some of my stuff. And my husband and I spent this weekend trying to get everything we needed for Thanksgiving. But one thing I forgot to ask him to get them for. Okay, so there will be one thing on here. But I literally tried to plan everything way ahead to stay out of the chaos, to stay out of the long lines. So, and we even went to the health food store, like I said a minute ago. We've got it, I think, pretty much planned. And I'm so thankful for that. And then here is Monday. So I have a ton to do this day. My youngest has to take a test at the college. I have to go and take care of some financial matters for our family member. It is huge, and I received some mail that said I owed and I haven't paid, and I've never received a bill. So now at this point I'm having to track that down, which is no problem. We'll get that done. No problem. No problem. So anyways, Tuesday will just be more work getting things done. And in every one of these days, there's at least 2 visits to take care of our family member who's not doing great health-wise. And then Wednesday, I will begin getting things packed up. I have everything sorted in my kitchen to take, and we think we're going to go to a different house to cook and celebrate. But we'll see. Right now, we're just not sure yet. And sometimes our friends invite us, sometimes they don't. And you know how that goes. And for years and years and years, we went to one family member's house every single year for Thanksgiving, and this is our first year not to go. So that's a part of the sadness. There's no doubt that's a part of the grieving. So, and if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to get the more washi off of me. If you guys don't follow my channel, I go places and I have washi stuck all over me. So I always do. But so there'll be a lot of final prepping here, and then Thursday's Thanksgiving, and that's the day that we serve here. We love serving in a assisted living. We think that's where we're going to serve. We're not sure yet. We may serve in the nursing home portion. We love to serve Thanksgiving dinner. We love to go, and it's just great every year to see the people that we see. So it's really amazing, and I'm very thankful for that. And then Friday, we're going to go do something fun with our girls. We're going to have our oldest with us, and I'm super excited. She is just had a really rough semester, not only with our family member that we lost, but the additional illness of another family member. Plus, she took on their puppy, their dog. Their dog is 12 years old, and she's not doing well. And we even had to discuss if she had a brain tumor. Do we put her, do we take her out of her misery? What do we do? What do we do? Those questions, or do we let God do it naturally? I mean, with animals, it's always such a terribly difficult decision. And we live on a hobby farm, so we deal with birth and death a lot in animals and livestock. And this little sweet dog has been a fantastic dog in our family. And so we want to make sure that we give her the very best. Or do we need to give her pain medicine? Just on and on. I mean, her poor little spine is fused. And so anyways, so I'm paying for a vet to care for that puppy so she can come home. She can't afford any more of the vet bills. She has just taken on so much. And she's literally going to grad school, working, teaching, as well as going to class and driving 2 hours each way to work to earn enough money to take care of the dog. And we're just like saying, okay, that's it. That's it. She's been very, very ill with bronchitis and ear infections and, just all kinds of stuff. And so, when she comes on, I think she's coming Wednesday, then we'll have her Thursday, Friday, hopefully Saturday, and I think she leaves Sunday morning. She's picking up a whole lot of friends in the city and then driving them back to where they go to school. So anyways, so we are excited to have her. So we're going to go do something fun, I think, that day. We'll check in with our family member like we always do. And then we also will have my other siblings will be coming and checking in with the family member as well. And we want to give them time. And yeah, so that's what we're doing all this week. So here's where I start. This is where I begin my planning each week. And yeah, so all right, guys, I hope this encouraged you. Literally, keep it simple. If your life is crazy like my life is right now, keep it simple. Do what you can. I am literally, and I guess I'll share it on this video, I am eliminating a planner out of my stash. And this is my family planner, and I'm just going to take it out. I can't keep up the schedule. I can't keep up all this. And this is an undated planner, so it's never going to go to waste. It is the Carpe Diem Ballerina Reset Girl, and I absolutely love Corey. I'm going to use her kit in my other planners, and I'm totally happy with that. And I am being realistic about what I can do. So if you can't, and you only keep one planner, yay. One is fantastic. That's all I did forever. And then I just got busy with other things. So I'm literally, I think I'm only going to have 3 planners that I'm thinking of right now, plus my my faith journal, which is lacking as well right now. So yes, and when my heart gets weary, I know that I need to get back in the Word, and I need to work on my faith journal. So yes. So okay, guys, that's it. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, please hop in, subscribe. We'd love to have you. And most importantly, I just pray that your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. And have a happy, happy Thanksgiving. Give thanks for all that you have and you're blessed with. And, you know, I'm even thanking God right now that if my knees were in the condition they were in, I literally would not be able to sit in hospitals, you know, day and night. It would drive me crazy. And so right now, because my knees are in the shape they are, sitting isn't bad. You know, it's okay. So anyways, so even in the silliest things that would normally mean that you're not thankful for it, we can still give thanks to God. So I hope that encourages you just a little bit. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll quit rambling. Most importantly, I hope your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. And like I said earlier, thanks, guys, for stopping by. I'll talk to you soon. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.